Brother teacher here. You know, I have observed over the years parents that have children who are constantly getting into trouble. Trouble in school, academia, if you will. Trouble on the playground, trouble in the neighborhood, trouble in their community, virtually trouble wherever they go. They steal, they lie habitually, they don't want to do work at home, they don't want to do their homework, they don't want to do their chores. They get to a point, many of them, not all children, but many of them get to a point where they play the father against the mother or the mother against the father. And God forbid you have a stepfather in the home. They play the mom against the stepfather in the home. And a constant attempt to try to be unseen for what they really are. And that is dysfunctional. But my question is, why are these children this way? Why do your children curse like sailors when they're not away? When they're not at home, when they are away from home? Why do your children do all manner of things away from home, and once you're informed by some responsible adult that your child has done something wrong, all of a sudden you want to run to the rescue and say that I don't believe that my child did this. They've never done that before. They don't behave like this at home. I don't know what to say. Or I'll take care of it. It'll never happen again. But it does happen again and again and again and again. And before you know it, that child, that preteen, that teenager becomes a young adult. Do you think their behavior has changed since the early years? No, it hasn't. They become an older version of what they were as a child. Maybe a little bit more cunning. A slicker liar. Maybe they are better at stealing. And so on. But how did this all begin? Well, parents, don't be surprised. Mom, dad, don't be surprised. If you're the grandparent that raised that child, don't be surprised. Because you are the one that caused that problem. That child is the direct result of your training or lack thereof. Whether you admit it or not, whether you want to admit it or not, that bad child is a product of you. So if you have no rules in your home, if you have no structure, if you have no guidelines, no governor on what they do, no controls, then what do you expect? You get you get what you put in to that child. And you also get what you don't put in. So stop wondering why and blaming the world and saying, oh, these individuals caused my child to be this way, and their dad's not in their life, and that's the way it turned out. Oh, they're getting bad examples, from school and so forth. You're lying. You're living an illusion and a lie. Moms and dads. Nowadays it's more moms. The real truth is, you've never taken the time to talk to your children as they were developing on a regular, ongoing basis about life and been serious about it and been passionate about it. You never took the time to do that. You never took the time to take the time and remove all of those obstacles that are exterior to that child, such as PlayStation, Game Boy, if you will. Video games in general, televisions, and the cell phone, the notorious cell phone. You leave them to these devices outside of you taking the physical one-on-one attention and teaching your child yourself. I don't care if you have 5 jobs. It doesn't matter. You need to get your house in order, because your child basically is running it. And you know what? He or she, your child that is going to be a direct copy, an exact copy of who you are and who you are not when they become an adult. And so, when they're caught up in the justice system, the judicial system, when they're locked up, when they can't find gainful employment because they have a bad track record, when people don't trust them, when people don't respect them, it's really because you never loved them enough when they were children on your lap to teach them how to be a real, responsible human being. I don't care if you like what I said. It doesn't mean that what I'm saying is not true. There are great parents out here. There really are. There are fathers that have even had custody of their children for whatever reason and have raised their children very well. And moms. And even grandparents and aunts, depending on the situations. But a lot of you out there, you're not great parents at all. Maybe it's really because you never thought enough of yourself. Because if you thought enough of yourself to make the best human being of yourself as you possibly could, maybe that's how your child would have turned out. That's it.